Welcome to the Back to Life podcast, where we explore living well, loving well, and being well. I'm your host, Nicole, and I invite you to tune in for inspirational conversations to get you back to life. Let's get started. Hey. Welcome to the Back to Life podcast. I'm Nicole, your host, and we are back with the final episode of our series from Has Anybody Seen Love? And today, this one is called The Closer I Get to You. Stop singing. I'm back again with my favorite human, my husband, Preston.
Hey, everybody. I feel honored to be a recurring guest here and still madly in love, by the way.
Oh, good answer. Good answer. Today, we're talking about connection, the thing that makes relationships feel alive, that closer I get to you kind of vibe. And also, what gets in the way to us staying close?
Life.
Real life is messy, isn't it? Yeah. So let's look at what connection really means, and that's where we're going to start. Connection isn't just chemistry or attraction. It's the feeling of being seen, known, and still chosen. It's when the energy between two people says, you matter to me. Yeah. And that's built over time. It's not just during the honeymoon phase, but connection shows up in how we greet each other, how we listen and talk with each other, and how we make space for each other's needs and time. Yeah. It's not always romantic or flashy either. Sometimes connection can be a shared inside joke, sitting in silence together, or as you do, Mr. Green, give me a quick forehead kiss before you run out the door. I love that. Yeah.
Or it can be watching a corny TV show you've seen 13 times, still quoting the same lines.
So what are you saying right now?
We'll talk later.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm guilty. But, it helps me to feel at home, so whatever, But let's look at what gets in the way. So let's name some of the big disconnection culprits. I'm saying stress could be number one. Yeah. Stress affects all of us in so many ways. So definitely stress can kind of encourage disconnection. Unspoken resentment, that stuff, the grudges that we hold, or, that undercurrent of unforgiveness that we carry. Yeah. Miscommunication.
But what I meant to say was...
What had happened was, no. Miscommunication is definitely a huge thing, especially when people are trying to relate because everyone's hearing different things. Busyness. Busyness is kind of like a distraction. Sometimes we stay busy to distract from what's really going on. And honestly, the next one I feel that should probably be number 2. Phones, our cell phones, our lovely cell phone. I mean, come on, we're all on our phones.
Yeah. I think today's world, phones take a whole new avenue as opposed to what are you trying to say? Being in your relationship. It's like a third child almost. Sometimes some people own them so much.
Yeah,
but. You're physically next to each other, but emotionally miles apart sometimes when you're on your phone. You're just sitting there, but you're on your phone paying more attention to it than you're the one you love.
But sometimes you're together. So, so somebody could argue and say, but we're together,
Yeah.
Now, if you're texting each other while you're sitting next to each other, that's a whole another conversation.
That might be another pod series.
Yeah. But another one is unexpressed needs. When one person is trying to connect and the other one is shut down or distracted, it really creates a slow drift. And you both feel it, but you both may be responding differently to it.
Yeah, I mean, we've had moments like that, and sometimes it's not even about you or me. It's not even personal. It's just exhaustion of work or stress or just being in your own head, worried about other things.
Yeah, we can all be in our heads, huh? Yeah. But, the good news is that we can rebuild connection. It does not take a grand gesture to reconnect, does it?
No, it doesn't. It just takes intention and actions.
Like, give us some examples.
Let's see. Checking in at the end of the day, just getting a barometer of how you're feeling for that day, or how your day went.
How's your heart?
Yeah. I remember years ago we used to ask our daughters, how's your day? Graded from a scale of A to E, as
A to F.
A to F, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some days it's an A plus, some days it's a B minus.
Yeah.
But it all depends.
Exactly. And I think that's really good because, it's not your typical, because we're so prone to say, I'm fine.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I tell my clients, fine means feelings inside, not expressed.
Exactly.
So let's start expressing some things, but in a healthy way, but I think that's a good one. You can kind of say, rate your, rate your day. Yeah. We can even use emojis if necessary.
Yeah, or I've heard the one where they use it like a weather forecast. How's your day? Well, hot and sunny.
Or partly cloudy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. What's another one?
Another one is saying, hey, I miss us, without laying blame to anybody. I mean,
kind of like you're saying, because you haven't been home
right.
and you haven't. Yeah.
Stop hanging out with them boys.
Yeah. No, but you're right. It's kind of like, hey, I miss us. It's like noticing something's happening, but still being intentional about coming together.
Yeah, noticing that slow drifting apart before it gets too far.
That slow fade, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
What's another one?
Making time, even if it's short, to really be present.
Now, what does that look like?
That means just sitting, even if it's just sitting in a room together with nothing, no TV on, no radio, just sitting at each other.
In silence?
Yeah, in silence. I know. Or I know we used to just sit in the car after I pull into the driveway and just talk for a couple minutes. And that's a perfect time because it's like a closed environment.
Yeah, it's calm.
Yeah. Before you go into the messy house and have to, oh my goodness, I got to clean.
I got to do this. I got to do that.
Exactly.
Well, one of my favorite connection resets that we do is we hold hands. I mean, it's simple. It's no agenda. We just hold hands. Or sending a little note or a treat or just a simple flirty smile across the room to show affection. I love those things. And, I think there was a movie a long time ago. What was it? The Story of Us. Yeah. If anyone has watched that movie, there was a scene with, I think it was Michelle Pfeiffer and Bruce Willis were playing a married couple. And one way they tried to stay connected, they said they could get mad all they want, but as long as they could touch each other, like their feet, like when they're in the bed, their feet could touch each other, or they can just be next to each other, some kind of contact. Then it's like it's gonna be okay. Yeah. And so when seeing that, I always used to think, I was like, I may be mad at you, but I can sit over there. I'll touch your leg, or or something like that, just to say, hey, I'm mad at you, but we're still good. We're still good.
Yeah, there's still communication there. We haven't closed up the store.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. But you know what? That's also, I think it's also cool because it kind of goes back to dating days, with that simple flirty smile across the room to show affection, especially when we're out somewhere and you send me a little wink or something like that. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I like those moments too.
Yeah.
Or I like kind of, when I get a little goofy or high on sugar a little bit, I do the little dance break down the grocery aisle.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah. So we can just we start our own Soul Train dance line. Yeah, I love that.
So the security guards get a kick out of those the videos.
Hey, that's always a good idea. Yeah. Always. So, connection is a lifeline. It's what helps us weather those hard seasons. And it's what makes the ordinary moments sacred. And it's not just for romantic love either. This can apply to friends, kids, family, all of it. Yeah, all of it.
Exactly. Absolutely. People don't drift apart overnight. I mean, it takes time. They stop reaching towards each other. They stop reaching out. And before you know it, a couple months have passed and you don't even know who each other are.
Yeah, and then by the time your kids graduate, you're like, who are you?
Yeah,
I'm ready to go, you know. But let's keep reaching. Yeah. Let's stay connected. It is a lifeline for us personally, as well as whatever a dynamic, whether it's romantic, friendships, kids, family, whatever dynamic, it's really important. And so thank you so much for, just talking with us about, or listening rather, with us about, staying connected, about the importance of the connection, because it helps to grow your relationship. Yeah. And I think it's a great way to wrap up the season and the series. So I want to leave you with a reflection. So here's the question.
Tell me. What
does love require of me right now in my closest relationships? I mean, think about it. That's a definitely inward reflection that you can ask yourself. Is it honesty? Yeah. Is it patience? Is it showing up in a new way? Is it choosing forgiveness? Like, what does love require of me right now? And it goes back to that love audit from our first episode of this series, where if you did that, it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is leading me on the path of love. So what do I need right now? And then here's a bonus. What can I do this week to move closer to myself, to God, to someone I really care about? What is an action you can do that will show intention and show love, right?
Yeah, right. And don't beat yourself up about it. This takes practice, but trust me, the more you practice it, the better you'll get, and in the end, it's all going to be worth it.
Absolutely. And I like I said, I think this is a beautiful way to close out not just this series, but also my third season of this podcast. Since this is the last episode, I'm not sure what's next. Whether this is going to be the end of the road or it's just going to be a little pause. I just want to say thank you to everyone for listening, for growing with me, and for showing up for the conversations that matter. I really appreciate that. And like I said, I'm not sure what I want to do now. I hope this has been helpful for you. If not, like I said, if only 3 people are listening, thank you, 3 people.
All 3 of you.
Yeah, all 3 of you. No, but I know there's some more, but like all over, people, whether you're listening to this near or far, I truly want to say thank you.
Yeah. And thank you for letting me on this episode. And it's been real. It's been fun.
Okay.
I've enjoyed myself.
That's our life motto. So wherever you are on your journey, whether you're rebuilding connection, rediscovering love, or redefining what a safe relationship looks like, just know this: you're not alone. There is always a way back to life and back to love. So until next time, may you live well, love well, and be well on the road back to life. Take care, y'all.